everyone. Welcome back to the Gay Agenda. It's our Pride Show. And this has been quite a show, let me just say.
Yeah.
And we're going to round it out by really talking just a little bit more about Pride and what we do, what we don't do. And joining us today is Columbia College graduate, fashionista, writer, our friend, Alex Kessler. So, Alex, tell us a little bit about yourself, and when did you go to Pride for the first time, the Pride Parade?
And if you've ever tried leather.
I haven't tried leather, although I do love leather jackets and boots, so...
Well, you're on your way.
We'll talk to you later.
It's like gateway leather. You start with a jacket, and then all of a sudden it's just in a
Down it
jockstrap
goes.
in the
That's
middle
right.
of Halstead.
There you go.
Exactly.
But, so about me. So I grew up outside the city in Indiana, and my first Pride experience, it was the month before I came out to my parents. I was a freshman in college.
Oh, my goodness.
I know, I was such a baby gay, but it was really only 2 years ago, but that's a lot of time for somebody to diagnose myself.
That's a lot of time. It's true.
Yeah, I had to sneak away from my parents, and I told them I was with some friends in the city, and of course we all met up at on Halstead at Pride, and it was such a crazy experience because now I'm looking back, I went with my youth minister from like back in the day. With my youth minister and a bunch of people from the church I used to go to. Like I have since renounced my religion, but
It sounds like a pretty cool religion.
yeah, they're like
If
pretty
you-
bars. I know, it was a good time. I'm pretty sure they went to Kit Kat afterwards.
So, any other impressions? Anything you're looking forward to this year?
I am so nervous because I now live in Boys Town. It's really great when I want to go out because everyone comes to me and I can just casually go to the bars and then I stroll home. But during Pride, it doesn't leave. And so I'm really kind of
Yeah,
nervous.
you've got your work cut out for
Like
you.
if I'm going to be stuck at home because I won't even be able to leave my apartment building, it's going to be a hot mess.
Well, are there special things that maybe other folks, of various ages might not know
Yeah,
about?
what are the young people up to nowadays with Pride? It's really what we want. Like, what do we need to know? What is some language? What are like the new what are the new drugs
gonna be
out
getting
there?
turned
Maybe what do you know about turn up?
I'm not turned up.
People definitely get turned. It's all about getting turned. It's about like taking...
What does that mean?
Getting turned, it's like you are at your highest. Like you are going so hard partying that you are turned. Like
I'm
sometimes it's being a
exhausted.
little sloppy, but it's like, oh, you're turned though, so you're having a good
We know
time.
Oh.
You know?
And can you legally drink?
I can legally drink. I'm about to take a...
Yes, that's what we do on the Gay Agenda.
That's actually just Kool-Aid because we weren't sure.
Oh, that's some pretty strong Kool-Aid. I would like that Kool-Aid when I was growing up.
It's good, it's good.
So, what's everybody else doing for Pride? Because you won't be at Pride.
You
Is
know,
that correct?
I'm old, bitter, and jaded. It's what Mary Morten
You said it, not me.
It's hard to turn 40.
I've been going to Pride. I started Pride actually being in the parade, which is a really amazing experience. I was part of a program called About Face Youth Theater, an LGBT youth theater program. So we would get to march in the parade, and I've been doing that since I was 17, 18. And at some point it's just, I'm not into the whole, having the politicians around, having the, all this capitalism in it. I'm like, I stay away. I'm, just not having it. But what I do feel though is like, my thing is now if I go to a Pride, it needs to be outside of the city where it's all just new to me and I can, just experience something else because it's,
But did I hear something about what you are doing this year?
Yes. What are you doing since you're not going to the Pride Parade?
Well, as
I feel like I heard
I don't know if it's been officially announced,
But we'll announce it here.
Yes.
Because they probably don't know.
So I have the privilege and the honor of co-emceeing this year's Chicago Dyke March.
Wow, that's major. That's
So,
major.
Some people get fancy awards like Mary Morten. Some people get recognized on stage like Jim Bennett.
Alex, yeah.
Shannon, you're beautiful.
Thanks.
No awards, I'm afraid, for Shannon.
And for me, it's just I'm a community organizer, I'm a community builder. So those are the moments that I love where I can be with community and really celebrate the hard work and like honor the folks on the ground.
People
and,
like me.
Exactly. Yes.
Right.
People, but really like creating a space where we are cognizant of just like all people's struggles and one take moment to celebrate. And it's not a parade, so the Chicago Dyke March is not a parade like many other Dyke Marches across the country.
I feel
It's
like
a march.
I should go to that because
Oh my
here's why.
goodness.
I've been to one Dyke March ever. It was in New York.
Okay.
I was really excited about it. This was back in 2002, so it's been a while, just a minute. I was like halfway through, and I was like, "Oh, there's so many boobs with tape. This is the best thing ever." And then
Sounds like a good time.
I know. And then there were these two fathers with their daughter in a stroller, and I was like, "Yeah, this is so great! Like everyone's just here, loving it." And this woman walked up to them and was like, "Get the out of our parade, out of our march." And I remember feeling like, what the hell just happened? And she was like, "You do not belong here. This is not about you. This is not for you. You can watch from the sidelines."
What
and
if their little child was a lesbian? Like
she
a
was
little growing
she was a
lesbian?
little girl in a stroller, and my heart broke. And I was like, you watch it and you're kind of appalled because that's not what I think or how I feel. And I'm all about a safe space for doing, whatever you want to do, but like they were there to support and to empower. And so I went up and I was like, that woman does not speak for all of us. I hope you won't leave the parade. And they were like, no, we'll be respectful. We'll watch from the sidelines.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the great thing is the Chicago Dyke March is not that one, and they're partnering with an organization that I work with, Orgullo en Acción, and we are very intentional about bringing families, right? Because our LGBT community, they have families and they have children.
It's
so
much more about kids and families now than it
yeah,
used to be.
so
It's a fun cookie.
yeah, and
I wish
just
someone would have brought me as a kid. I mean,
I'll
I know you
take
guys
my-
all
I'll
consider
take
me
you
a
this
child
year.
still.
and the Chicago Dyke March
my
is
daddy.
also oh my God, I love this exchange that just
I
happened. You just asked the big question. I know. And the great thing about the Dyke March, especially in Chicago, is that it is supportive and recognizing of trans people, of gender nonconforming people. So it's a beautiful space to just.
Pups, are they welcome?
Oh my God, pups are always welcome.
then I'm in.
There's trees, there's a park, you can run around.
Oh, it's so nice.
It's
so nice.
It's fabulous for them.
Well, Mary and
I'm
I
gonna
are
come
usually
this year.
featured in the parade. It's just
Well,
sort of normal
featured.
for us.
I don't know about featured, but we have to be in the parade for a variety of reasons. But yeah, we'll be on floats
Yeah.
with two different organizations. So, Shannon, you're going to be on a float, or you want to be on a float?
I've never marched in a parade. I've only watched from the sidelines.
You are welcome to join Lambda Legal, and you can either be on the float or march. But if you,
I do not want to march.
then you
I
have
want
to be able to dance
ride.
well, or have like not be
I
able
feel
to
like
walk.
you-
No,
in some ways,
I
I-
am an exceptional dancer.
All right, then you're on.
Speaking of high school superlatives, I was voted, I know it was only 3 years ago, but I was voted a high school best dancer, so if you need
Oh
some-
my
my
God,
God.
Alex,
I
you're
don't know.
totally
I
on
mean,
our float.
you can have
Making
Highland High
away
School
from
class of
himself.
2011 best dancer on your float.
That
so
is-
Just
have a
making
big
away from
deal.
himself. I
you
like
are
that,
on.
Alex.
Do you want to join us?
You're going to be invited.
Lambda Legal, you couldn't be more popular than on
So
our
the
float.
question is, will the gay agenda have a float or not?
No, we're
No.
going to be
Because
be
we're all
all over
spread out.
because we are
The gay
everywhere.
agenda is
So
everywhere.
what do other people do for Pride, Mary?
Well, I'm going to be on the float. I'm going to be on the
What
float.
float? What
The
float?
Hall of Fame float.
The
Wait, what is
Gay
that?
and Lesbian Hall of Fame
Yes.
float?
I'm also
Obviously.
part of the Hall of Fame, but I have to choose. I have to choose between Lambda Legal, who wins our rights nationwide, or the most popular people in Chicago. And
Just
so,
laying that
I know.
shade on thick edges.
Ideally, if I could be in both.
Serving it up.
Well, in the end, I think whatever you decide to do, right, it is a time to celebrate. We have a lot to celebrate this year, but I think it's also important to remember that there's still a lot of work to do, right? We got a lot of work to do. We've got to work on immigration reform. We've got to work for LGBTQ youth who are homeless and our youth overall. We've got to work and make sure that seniors are taken care of in our community. We have to make sure that people feel included. We need to take care of our trans allies, right?
Learn a little more about the leather community.
Well,
and the whole kind of
absolutely,
phenomenon.
absolutely. And I think it's really important to remember, we stand on someone else's shoulders, right? We just didn't arrive here. Let's not forget about Stonewall, right? Right? So I think while
That
we
was in New
celebrate,
York
it's
years
important to also remember all the work that has gone in front of us and all the work that we still have to do. But happy Pride, everyone, from the Gay Agenda.
Happy Pride.